With autocracy, well, we still have the autocracy, but in many ways it's more repressive now, even than it was in the late 1980s.
咁你1989年學生就咩咧？就係希望要呢個官僚主義啊嘛，係咪？咁今日嘅官僚主義之甚咧，仲係比1989年咧係更加即係厲害嘅。
And the students demanded down with corruption. Well, I mean, it was corrupt then, but I mean, the leaders, the Communist Party officials of 1989 were amateurs compared to the corruption that's taking place in China today.
咁嗱，呢個當年1989年嘅學生就做乜鬼咧？就話為反貪腐啊嘛。咁啊講今日嘅貪腐啊，即係嗰啲貪官污吏啊，比起1989年嗰陣時個細蚊仔嚟嘅，咩料啊？係咪89年嗰陣時啲貪污？
I don't think that the pressure for democratic change is going to come from the big companies, or is going to come from the capitalists or the people that are making such big profits from the present system in China.
咁我睇唔到咧呢一個即係民主嘅動力或者民主運動嘅壓力咧，係會來自啲大公司啊或者嗰啲資本財團嗰度，因為個原因咧就係佢哋揾得太多錢。
This is where socialists like myself would disagree, for example, with the imprisoned writer Yu Xiaobo. Of course, I fully defend his rights, and he should not be imprisoned. But on his ideas that capitalism is somehow the road to more democratic rights in China, I think he's mistaken.
咁嗱，好似一個我咁嘅社會主義者咧，咁我當然咧就不能夠同意劉曉波先生。雖然間我覺得佢唔應該坐監，我係絕對會即係維護佢呢一個言論自由嘅權利。但係我唔認為即係資本主義咧係會為呢一個中國咧帶來民主。
And this book, written by a US journalist who's by no means a socialist, he was a correspondent for the Los Angeles Times, James Mann, and the book is entitled "The China Fantasy: Why Capitalism Will Not Bring Democracy to China." And actually, from a different political standpoint, I guess he's a mainstream Democrat, maybe a Republican, I don't know, but Mann draws similar conclusions to the conclusions of CHINAWORKER.INFO, and that is that the big companies are against democratic rights in China.
咁嗱，阿哥，呢本嘢就係叫做《中國神話》啦，就係一個 James Mann 詹士文嘅係寫嘅。咁呢個詹士文咧，咁啊當然唔係社會主義者啦。咁我唔知佢係咪即係共和黨嘅擁躉啦。我諗佢係即係一個支持民主嘅人啦。咁佢係洛杉磯時報嘅一個記者，咁佢寫一本嘢。咁其實佢咧都認為，即係佢嘅結論啦，都係認為啦，資本主義未必為中國會帶來民主。咁呢個同呢個中國工人咧嗰個結論係差唔多嘅。咁佢呢個本書就叫咩咧？就叫做《中國神話》。點解資本主義咧係唔會為中國帶來民主？呢個其實我叫 James Mann 就係呢本書嘅歌。
And I think that this has also got many lessons for the struggle for democratic rights in Hong Kong.
咁我覺得其實呢樣嘢都係為香港嘅民主鬥爭咧係會有一啲有益嘅教誨嘅。
I mean, since 1997, and actually it was going on a lot earlier than that. I mean, there's few love stories in history that match the love story between Hong Kong's tycoons and the Communist Party dictatorship.
咁嗱，其實喺香港喺1997年或者更加前嘅時候咧，其實大家都睇到咧，呢個香港嘅大亨同埋呢個共產黨咧，其實咧就係即係黐黐纏纏點樣嘅，係咪？即係好似有啲曖昧嘅關係嘅。
And they share a common interest that they do not want an electoral system in Hong Kong that could put the government under the kind of influence or mass pressure that could see it implementing bold reforms in the interests of ordinary people, welfare reforms, or attacking the interests of the big companies, which at the moment have a complete stranglehold on the economy. They don't want that, and therefore they like the present system.
咁其實佢哋有乜嘢即係大家會搞埋一齊咧，即係鬼混啦，其實好簡單嘅啫，就係佢哋就唔係好中意咧有一個選舉嘅制度咧，係會令到咧呢個即係啲人都有機會咧係有一個民主嘅制度，係啲人可能會增加福利啦，或者係令到咧香港嘅即係佢哋嘅利益係受到損害嘅。
And therefore, Hong Kong will not get genuine democratic rights and an electoral system that matches the aspirations of Hong Kong's people while the one-party state is still in power in China. In my opinion, it just will not happen.
咁就係喺我哋睇嚟就非常簡單啦。如果中國仲係一黨專政嘅時候，咁你香港人成日都希望有呢一個普選嘅制度嘅時候咧，其實呢樣嘢真係即係唔發生嘅。
And I think therefore that it's a struggle that's also linked to the struggle for an alternative to the capitalist system, which we see in a particularly brutal form in China today, which is exploiting the working class in such an unthinkable way.
咁其實即係呢個香港社會嗰個展望係咩咧？有咩出路咧？就其實係即係就係要咧擺脱即係呢一個而家中國發生嘅即係對工人嘅一個咁殘酷嘅剝削。
And so to conclude, the struggle in Hong Kong can't be fought by Hong Kong alone. It needs to link up with the developing struggle, particularly of the working class in mainland China.
咁其實個結論就好簡單啦，香港嘅民主點咧？咁就唔可以咧，香港自己係即係自己搞掂自己嘅。咁其實最重要嘅咧就係話咧，係要同呢個中國嘅民運係結埋一齊，尤其是係同中國嘅勞工運動咧，係命運結合埋一齊。
And as we've seen in the struggle over keeping the rotten functional constituencies, the biggest opponents to democratic rights in Hong Kong will be big business and the moneyed interests.
咁你睇到㗎啦，你要廢除工人組別，咁最大嘅反對嘅人喺邊度咧？就係嗰啲大企業啦，呢個大企業啦，揾到錢嘅人啦。
But also Hong Kong, because of the fact that here we have one of the most vibrant and one of the most creative democratic movements anywhere in the world at the moment, Hong Kong can be a window for the masses of mainland China in their struggle for fighting against the dictatorship.
咁大家知咧，而家喺香港咧就係出現緊咧，就係話一個即係好有創意力嘅、好新鮮嘅呢個民主運動咧。其實即係香港嘅鬥爭咧，係會為即係中國嘅民主運動咧提供一個即係示範嘅作用嘅。
And in our opinion, that struggle must be a struggle for democracy, but also a struggle for socialism, not the kind of the past, the one-party dictatorship that masqueraded as socialism, but genuine democratic socialism.
咁其實民主即係爭取民主就唔淨係就係單純民主咧，睇個意見嚟講就應該爭取呢個社會主義啦。咁呢個社會主義當然就唔係好似以前我哋了解社會主義係一種獨裁嘅一黨專政嘅社會主義，而係一個有民主嘅社會主義。咁其實喺度我講嘅，我冇乜準備嘅，我係第一次我就從我準備嘅。咁我就佢就講咗中國嘅問題啦，咁我就會講呢一個有關香港嘅問題。So I'm going to speak for myself on behalf of myself. So I didn't make preparation like him because I seldom make preparation for that. So I might concentrate on Hong Kong instead of China. 咁其實我覺得香港而家最大嘅問題咩咧 ？So what I felt the most crucial issue of Hong Kong is that 咁我覺得其實就係我哋嘅民主運動係咪有機會聯繫到呢個社會裏邊受到壓迫嘅人？ So the